Cory.
And I'm Wallace.
And we're a early retired couple that are currently traveling the world. We're currently in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
For today's adventure, we've come to Central Market, Kuala Lumpur, which you can see in the building behind us. This market was founded in 1888 and has been at this location in this building since 1937. This is a historic site and is one of the largest markets in Kuala Lumpur. It's got all sorts of artisans and vendors and things like that inside. So we're gonna go and take a walk around. And then after that, we're gonna go wander over to Petaling Street, which is another street market area. We found the food court, and just as an FYI, according to the sign here, accepted payment methods are cash and e-wallet for Malaysian nationals only. So make sure you bring cash. So when you come in here, it's going to be a lot of souvenir shops, clothing, arts and crafts, some food vendors obviously, and some really like cool looking artsy stuff like silver work, that sort of thing. It is air conditioned, which is also really nice because it's pretty hot out today.
This restaurant, which is in the Central Market, on their menu, they actually specify like gluten-free items.
There are a number of gluten-free items. Not a lot, but a few things.
So this is a good choice for anybody who's here and hungry that needs gluten-free.
We've wandered into like a food market here on the ground floor. All sorts of random cool candies and souvenir-y type things, teas, biscuits. What's that?
This is a game with marbles, but I don't know what the game is.
Some traditional game called Kongkak, apparently. We got some assorted dry snacks, prawn crackers, fish crackers, cuttlefish crackers, and what looks like crispy fish skin. Again, not really my cup of tea, but if you're inclined to try something different, this is a good place to get some. So when you come out of the main building and across this little alleyway, there's an Annex building, and over here it looks like all art galleries, paintings, that sort of thing. It says there's an art gallery upstairs, so we're gonna go have a look at that. So there's no photography allowed inside, so we're gonna go wander. Unfortunately, we can't bring you guys with. And just outside of the Central Market, there is another little outdoor area. Some vendors, some food stands, that sort of thing. just wandering outside the Central Market complex, and at this food stall here, this is Chinese Imperial Beef Roti. I got myself a Chinese Imperial Beef Roti. It was 5 Malaysian ringgit, and it's this crispy, flaky looking pastry, and it's supposed to be filled with beef. The signage says that this is a famous Chinese imperial food that's been around since 1750. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it looked and smelled good, so I thought I'd give it a try. So let's pop this out. It's a little oily, so I'm trying not to touch it with my bare hands. I don't know if you can see that, it's really flaky. And there's like a savory beef filling inside. It's light and crispy. And inside is beef and onions, and that is really tasty. Wow, yeah. For 5 ringgit, that's not very expensive. That's like $1.60 Canadian. That's really good.
So we were just walking down the little strip by the Central Market, and Putu, Bambu. Can you see it?
Putu, Bambu, Tradisi.
So the ingredients are rice flour, tapioca flour, palm sugar, coconut, pandan flavor, and that's all naturally gluten-free. So we're gonna buy one, we're gonna take it home and try it. And now we're headed to Chinatown. Whole bunch of sugar cane. That's crazy. So we made it to Petaling Street. It's just basically a big open air Chinese market.
Yeah, street market.
I guess this is considered Chinatown, right?
It is, yeah.
So one thing I always find interesting, no matter where you are in the world, if you're going down any of the markets, they all sell the same stuff, which is really interesting because how do they make a living? That's my question.
I mean, they clearly do, because here they are.
But for example, we just walked by 2 different like wrist watch shops, so it's just really weird. We're here on a Wednesday afternoon, and this is a fairly quiet time to come because a lot of the shops still aren't open.
So there's shops lining both sides of the street here, but there's also a bunch of stalls like we're all the way down the middle. If we just pan a little this way, you can see behind me, all these shops behind us right now, they're closed. So I'm assuming they open later at night. So I expect that this place gets just crazy busy.
And if you've never been in any of these markets, it's been our experience that the best way to like not get hustled or anything is just to ignore them when they reach out to you.
Or a polite no thank you.
Yeah, but sometimes a no is ignored. So sometimes you just gotta walk away. So another thing you really do need to watch is pickpocketers in an area like this because you're gonna be very distracted. So we take precautions before we even show up. We don't, he's got everything in a zipped pocket, and then I have my backpack, which you can't just get into. We just came out of that store. One thing to note, if you're not used to shopping in Asia, is if you go into a store, if you show any interest in anything, you're gonna have somebody follow you around and try to like push things on you. So be prepared for that. And the best thing you can do is just keep walking or just tell them no.
Or don't make eye contact to begin with.
But they are going to follow you everywhere until you leave the store, just so you know.
That's pretty much it for Petaling Street. if you're looking for a pair of knockoff brand name sneakers or a fake LV purse or wallets or fake watches, this is your street.
Yeah.
And
Basically,
if not,
anything you want that's super cheap.
yeah, but if that's not what you're in the market for, there's really no need to come through here. There are some food vendors, some good cheap eats in there as well. Not so much during the day. I think that more of that stuff is open in the evening. But yeah, an interesting experience, about what I expected.
And I believe everything is bargaining. We haven't experienced the bargaining culture here, so we can't really give you any tips or tricks because every country is a little different.
Yeah, I would bet that the prices that you see posted aren't the final price, and that a little bit of bargaining would be expected.
If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe for more exciting adventures. We can't wait to have you join us for our next journey. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.
I